Hello, Crazykin here. You may have known me for, my animation videos and, a couple updates. I apologize that I haven't been able to get out consistently. I got a new editing job, so I'm getting paid and all that. But I realized I started to enjoy less and less of the story times because I couldn't think of what I was supposed to do for story times. And I realized I'm quite knowledgeable, not in all areas, but in politics. I've recently became interested in politics. So what I wanted to do is talk about political stuff. My views are going to be, I'm going to let you know, are more conservative than liberal, but I'm trying to keep it as unbiased as possible. But it's not always the easiest thing to do, but I feel in the news source and stuff and what I've seen at school and other stuff, there's not really a lot of conservatives, at least coming out and saying it. A lot of people at my school say they hate Trump and stuff, and you have a right to your opinion, but there is some good stuff Trump is doing, which I don't like the guy particularly, but So I wanted to just do political videos just because it's something I enjoy. I just want to go to topics that I enjoy about. And I know I'll get backlash and hate for doing it, and it's oh, you're jumping on the anti-feminist bandwagon with this first video. But no, I just want to talk about news I like and just give my thoughts and opinions about it. Just politics, political stuff, and the information I can get on the internet. So I will do my research. I might be a little biased, but I'll try to stay as neutral as I can, but I will give my opinions on my side and how I see it. I'll try my best, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So I'm going to do videos about politics and then also YouTube news. So Logan Paul, KSI. I actually made a podcast about it that I want to release on YouTube. Just basically just a podcast and release it to YouTube. So there won't be a lot of visuals, but you'll get to see what I've said about the boxing match that happened. So yeah, basically things about YouTube and gaming, especially I get mad about when politics get up in gaming and SJWs just protesting and don't want women over sexualized and stuff in video games. And I want to get to that in a later video, but I just want to focus on the two biggest things: a BuzzFeed video and then this Russian lady that was pouring bleach on guys' crotches. You'll get to find that out in a second, but first, so I saw this video. It says, "Dear girls," and as you can see, I commented on the video. So you know what? Let's see what they have to say. I'm just going to give my opinion about it. All right, let's start watching.
Dear girl, oftentimes we women start to rise and then certain people devise a plan to disenfranchise.
What does she mean, divide and disenfranchise? I don't get it. If someone wants to explain it to me, it is. But in our current world, we have the First Amendment. We have the Constitution. It protects rights. And women have equal rights in the United States. Okay, maybe socially some women are ostracized and stuff, but not from what I'm seeing.
Whether it's our bodies or rights,
bodies or
us
rights.
With movement.
It's very interesting that BuzzFeed mentions this, body and her rights. I've been watching a lot of videos, and it talks about these feminists and anti SJWs. It's mentioning about abortion and how they want to take that right away. But then they're not realizing that's hypocritical of them to say that when abortion is legal in the United States. I don't agree with abortion. I don't like abortion, but women are allowed to do it. So how is that taking away your rights to choose what to do with your body. I don't get that. I honestly, if someone wants to explain it to me, please explain it to me.
Unite us through persecution, make it seem like it's all right. Dear girl, open your eyes.
I just can't stand that sentence. Dear girl, open your eyes. She's acting like women are blind to this. From what I'm getting out of it, this is what I see. She says, dear girls, open your eyes. That's basically saying, women, you are not seeing all the oppression we're getting. The patriarchy. You know, we're oppressed by the patriarchy. So, you know, open your eyes and see it.
Have come so far, it's easy to resign. We've got equality, but public policy shows the contrary.
She just said, we have, you know what? I want to go back a little bit. I want to hear that again. She says, we got equality. Then why are you making this? If we have equality, then why are you making this video? I'm quite confused. But public policy show. So she's saying we have equality, but public policy show. I'm confused. If you have equality, then why are public policies going against it? If someone would like to explain this to me, please. I'm open for a conversation in the YouTube comment section. It's just, I'm confused with this statement.
The contrary, honestly, no surprise since we perpetuate rape culture.
Oh my God. Did she seriously mention rape? We don't approve of rape. It's people go to jail for raping someone. There is no rape culture. We don't approve of it. It's just
Separate locker room talk in that one audio tape. That's great. I get 78 cents to a man's dollar.
Okay, this is one I have to Google, okay? It's the wage gap. This gets me so pissed. The wage gap has been proven false time and time again. Let me just go to an article on Google. Look, just Google it. Let's see. Is it Yeah, I apologize for my spelling. Illegal to pay a women Okay, here we go. There's an article. This is from EEOC.gov. The Equal Pay Act of 1968. Okay, right here, here's where it is. I'll highlight it for you. Right here, there's an act and a law, the Equal Pay Act of 1963. Here it is. Minimum wage prohibits of sex discrimination. No employer having employees subject to position of this select shall discriminate within an established in which such employees and employed between the employees on the basis of sex by paying to wages employees in such establishment at a rate less than the rate at which he pays wages to the employees of the opposite sex. In such as just right here, look. This sentence right here proves that the wage gap is false. Let me read this one more time right here. No employer having employees subject to any provision of select shall discriminate with an establishment in which such employees and employed between employees on the basis of sex by paying wages to employees in such establishment at a rate less than the rate at which he pays wages to employees of the opposite sex. There you go. A quick Google search on the Equal Pay Act of 1963. The first sentence proves that the wage gap does not exist. So can you please, feminists and SJWs, stop mentioning the wage gap? Right here, the Equal Pay Act of 1963 prohibits someone of paying women less based on that. That's a law. That's the ridiculous part. I did a quick Google search searching, is it illegal to pay women less than men? I clicked on this link, and in the first sentence, it disproves it. Ridiculous. Do Google. It's not that hard to search up on Google. Like, really, it's not that hard. All right, let's go on.
Black and Latino women get even smaller. What should every girl know? You are not some puppet in a puppet show. Expose the double standards.
You know what? I think we should expose your double standards. Just saying, when you're fighting for, when you said women are equal, women have equality, but yet you're going on this women get paid less than men. If you have equality, then why are women getting paid less than men? Just do a quick Google search, just like I did. It's not that hard, BuzzFeed. You have, well, let's see, 17 million subscribers. I'm a high school student, and I was able to search it up on Google. Get your act together, BuzzFeed.
The hypocrisy, the hate, it is never too late. This is the moment of girls taking the reins. It is time's up. It is Me Too. It is everyone from...
They mentioned the hashtag Me Too. I'm not even going to talk about it.
Me to you, who has spoken or stayed silent but strong. It is Emma Gonzalez and Lena Waithe.
Now, I'm going to admit, I don't know those names, so I'm just going to skip over that. If I did, I would talk about it, but, you know, that's okay.
Dodging hate, Christine Blasey Ford, and every survivor that speaks only to be met with intimidation, investigation, and disbelief.
I'm assuming they're talking about a crime, and, like, I've seen a lot of, like, women accusing men of rape. You realize that's a very sensitive topic, and it's very hard to prove stuff. Just prove crimes in general. Like, there's some crimes that they have to wait. It's innocent until proven guilty. That's for both sides. The accuser is innocent until guilty, and the supposed victim is innocent until proven guilty. Because if anyone is just, we believe that, oh, women... You know what? We believe women, whatever they say. That's not accurate to how life is. If I want to accuse someone because I have a personal vendetta to them, and I accuse them, and you just believe me automatically, that's why we have the justice system, so stuff like this doesn't happen, so we don't accuse people, so we can prove that it is. And I'm not saying if a woman claims that she's somehow lying. We just have the justice system for a reason, so that we can get a fair trial for both people.
Dear girl, you will be believed.
Okay. This sentence right here just irks me. It makes me pissed because she says, dear girls, you will be believed. What if she's lying? What if she isn't telling the truth? These are things you have to consider when you're having a trial or a jury. You can't just assume everyone's telling the truth. Now, it would be nice if by human nature, if people were telling the truth, but people have vendettas, people have what they want to do. Sometimes people have the wrong information or they accuse the wrong person. So that's why we have to have trial by jury. We have these systems implemented so people aren't falsely accused and people aren't going to prison falsely.
If not by Senate floors and investigators, we will hear you, dear girl. We will see you, dear girl.
We will see you. Again, you don't know if she's telling the truth. Now, I'm not saying don't believe she's telling a lie. It's just you have to be cautious on these type of things, especially if it's a serious topic, especially if it's a serious crime. You have to consider all options.
We will stand by you.
We will stand.
For the-
See, that's the toxic mentality. That's what gets me pissed about all this SJW bullcrap. It's just, we believe you. We will stand by you. What if the guy's the victim, or anyone else? What if, you know, it doesn't matter if it's a guy or girl or anything. What if that person she's accusing have history? What if she hates them and is accusing them? Again, you don't know if she's completely telling the truth. Sure, you shouldn't assume she's lying, but like I said, you have to be cautious. You have to be careful, especially with sensitive topics, especially with very serious crime. You can't just believe everyone willy-nilly and say, madam, that man slapped you? He assaulted you? Yes, we believe you. Yes, we stand by you. You don't know the whole story. You don't have all the evidence. You need evidence. You need the truth. Once you have all the evidence and truth, then it is. But if we have the evidence and truth, and people don't believe this woman, then I said, yes, stand by the woman, stand by the victim. If she says, he assaulted me, and then we have evidence and she's proving wrong, and then the jury wants to put her in jail, yeah, stand by her. But if we don't have any evidence or any proof, we shouldn't be believing everyone who says anything. We need evidence. We need truth. This is why we have trial by jury. This is why we have this whole system, in order for stuff like this to not happen. Let's just move on.
Survivor 3,000 miles away or the one next door, you are heard. Justice will not always prevail, but we will continue to fight tooth
like
and
I
nail.
said, do we have evidence? Do we have the truth? Shall I go on again? No.
You are heard so that our sisters and daughters will never be asked, rather harassed, whether they wanted it, regretted it, or just forgot. Believe me, no one forgot.
Now, this wouldn't be a bad message necessarily if they were saying this to victims. Yeah, of course, to victims. What I'm saying is they're saying women aren't, women have equality, but then they're like, all these other stuff happen. Well, if they have equality, why is this stuff happening? That doesn't seem to have equality to me. That doesn't seem equal to me. That just doesn't make sense. And also, like, telling women that they're victims and stuff, it just perpetuates this whole victim mentality that the patriarchy is affecting them. The patriarchy is one. It's like if I said, if like a Christian told me, I'm not saying Christians are bad, but I'm just using this as an example, that God hates me and God curses me and I'll be damned forever and go to hell and rot in it. And there's nothing you can do about it. And if I had that thought in my head all the time, then I would believe I'm trash and I wouldn't care about myself. I wouldn't take care about myself. And then I would think of other stuff like suicide and stuff, and that's wrong. So this whole victim mentality, it's good to support these, but if you're just saying, we'll believe you, we believe all of you, it creates this victim mentality, and it's just toxic. It just creates this snowball effect, and it's... Okay, let's keep on watching this.
Dear everyone, this moment is a movement. For every girl to reclaim her place, win every race. For everyone out there, listen in. The system is in demolition.
I don't agree with that. The system? Okay, I'm not saying the system is perfect, but like I said, we have trials with jury. We have things in place so stuff like this doesn't happen. Now, the world is complicated, and yeah, I'm not saying that, stuff like this, and people can get away with stuff, but if we have courage, and we report this to the police, and we have evidence on our side, then the victim will win the trial. We can't do this because we should listen to her, but we also have to listen to the other side. Just like I said, we need evidence and we need stuff like this.
Grab a hold of your voice. It is time to make a choice. to believe
Now that's my
survivors.
issue. She's like, believe survivors, believe people, believe stuff like this happens. What if they're lying? What if they're not survivors? I don't want to keep on repeating some of the stuff I'm saying, but she's kind of repeating herself in that there's reasons why we don't believe them. And you claiming that they're survivors when they might be lying, that's toxic. That creates this victim mentality. It just irks me so much.
To pay us all the same, to give women of color equal access and opportunity.
I don't need to mention the civil rights movement, do I? That happened. We have equal rights now. I think you need to move past the whole slavery. Slavery was abolished. The equal rights movement is over. We need to focus on other issues now. Not old ones, old wounds. We need to focus on stuff currently.
To protect the safety of trans girls every day. Make the choice to change the climate. Make the choice to not stay silent. This is not just the day of the girl. This is the future of girls.
I'm afraid if this is the future, we believe people, we believe all girls, we believe what they say. I guarantee if we made a video saying, "Dear boys," and we said, let's believe all men and men have unequal rights and mention it, these SJWs and feminists would be in an uproar. They would be like, oh, you're just like have male privilege and the patriarchy. When men, here's a suicide rate. No known mental health condition, sex, 16% male, 84% male. And then there's other stuff. And then known mental health conditions, 31% women, 69. 16% out of 84. Male suicide rate is high. And that's not a good thing. So when they're complaining here about, beliefs and stuff, it's just so hard because I look at BuzzFeed and they never talk about, they're like, we fight for women's rights. We fight for equal rights. But then they're not talking about like men's suicide rates and other stuff that happen towards men. This is just one example, but there's a multitude of examples of stuff like this happening. And it just sickens me that they're only focusing on the women. Sure, I'm not saying that, all the time women don't get stuff like that bad stuff happen to women and stuff we need to fight for. What I'm saying is they don't focus on men either. I'm all for equality. I'm all for fighting women's rights. But when you're fighting for women all the time and you're denouncing men and you hate them and you talk about them in your other BuzzFeed videos, like we'll watch that in a second. And there's like stuff like this happening, it just irks me. I just get so pissed. There we go. That's about the end. And I'm not saying the whole thing is not a bad message. I'm just saying there's some flaws in the writing. I hope someone replies to my comment, but no one has. It's like, what if she's lying? Do you believe her then? Like, you just say believe her. Believe. Hello guys. So I apologize for this video really being long. I didn't intend to be long, but since I'm making politics videos, I sort of rant, and I didn't realize how long I was ranting. I get very passionate about politics now because that's the thing I'm very interested in, and it's what I want to make. So I'm probably either going to make this a 2-parter or 3-parter. I apologize. This was supposed to be one video, but it was like almost an hour long. And I don't want to have an hour-long video of me ranting about politics, so I'll make a couple parts. So future me for myself to know if I'm going to make a video, analyzing a video about politics, BuzzFeeds, or just news, I should make it only one video or one article at a time, because I realized, frick, this is getting super long and it's ridiculous. So Hope you guys enjoyed the next 2-parters. They'll come out later when I'm done editing it. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Please like the video if you want to. Comment down below if you like this style of video. It was just a test and experiment, but I really want to make more meaningful videos, and this is what I felt I could make it meaningful on. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.